Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya, and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm focused on Hermes scarf style, knot tutorials, and more. Other regions had warned us about price increases, and finally, this has happened here in the US. You may have seen my 2022 edition in which I looked at the math of cost per square inch for certain Hermes scarf sizes and formats. In today's video, I want to review the price increases and see which size and format of Hermes scarf offers the best value for the money. Like last year, I'm not going to look at the entire universe of what's available, but mainly 20 of the more popular scarf sizes and formats, including options from the men's and the women's collections. All of my calculations are in US dollars based on current prices published online at Hermes.com as of March 2023. Let's get started with our countdown. 20 Hermes scarf sizes and formats ranked from the most expensive to the best value for the money. Coming in at number 20, the most expensive Hermes scarf per square inch, doll twillies, measuring 20.9 inches by 0.8 inches. These petite silk ribbons take up a mere 16.72 square inches. Now priced at $120 each, that is a 9% increase over last year and comes out to a whopping $7.18 per square inch versus 2022's $6.58. That was still expensive. Anyways, I get that compared to the price of a 90 by 90, $120 may still look attractive, but really what you get for that amount, this is still not a great deal in my mind. Next on the list, at number 19, are the regular twillies. Measuring 33.9 inches long and 2 inches wide, this makes for a total of 67.8 square inches. With the recent price increases, these are now $205 each, up from $195, which is a 3% increase. Based on the new prices, the cost per square inch comes out to almost $3, or specifically $2.95 per square inch versus last year's $2.58 per square inch. Still less expensive than the doll twillies by more than half based on the total area, but expensive nonetheless considering how small they are. That's not to say I don't like them, but if I'm trying to optimize a scarf budget, this is not a rational purchase in my mind. Number 18 on the list, Nano scarves. These measure 20 by 20 centimeters or 7.9 inches squared, about the size of a tissue, which takes up 62.41 square inches. At $120 each, these are comparable in price to the doll twillies, and like those petite scarves, this comes out to a 9% increase over last year. On a per square inch basis, the nanos are now $1.92 per square inch versus 2022's $1.76 per square inch. Still, if I'm choosing purely on a cost basis between a nano and a doll twilly, the nanos are clearly a better deal. But personally, I'm still not a fan of spending $120 on a scarf the size of a tissue. Tulips are next on the list. These are slightly shorter than twillies, at 33.5 inches long, but over twice as wide at 4.3 inches, making for an area of 144.05 square inches. Tulips are priced at $225 versus last year's $220, a relatively small 2% increase. And with that, the cost per square inch comes out to $1.56 versus 2022's $1.53. Number 16 on the list, the women's silk twill 45 by 45 centimeter gavroches. At 18 by 18 inches, this yields a total area of 324 square inches. And they've raised the price now by $10, so these are $235, which is a 4% increase over last year. This now equates to 73 cents per square inch compared to last year's 69 cents. Even with that, they're still less than half per square inch compared to the Tulips. At number 15 on the list are the 45 by 45 centimeter silk twill pocket squares from the men's side of the house. Like the last scarves, these are also 18 by 18 inches for a total of 324 square inches. These too have gone up slightly from $175 to $190, which is a 9% increase. But they're still slightly less expensive than the women's 45 centimeter silks. Even with the price hike, they are 59 cents per square inch compared to 2022's 54 cents per square inch. You never know what you might find in the men's collection. At number 14, we have the 100 by 100 centimeter cashmere scarves from the men's collection. These are just under a 40-inch square, 39.4 by 39.4 to be exact, which comes out to 1,552.36 square inches. The prices on these have increased 9% from $800 to $870, which now amounts to 56 cents per square inch versus last year's 52 cents per square inch. All things considered, it's not totally obscene if you find something you really like from this side of the house. Next up, the Cashmere Giant Triangles from the women's collections. I only have one of these, but this has become one of my new favorite formats. They're basically 140 centimeter scarves cut on the diagonal, yielding a total area of 1,512.5 square inches. Like all these other scarves I've mentioned, the prices have increased up from $810 to $840, which is a 4% increase. Technically, this is a tie with the last one, since this also comes out to 56 cents per square inch versus the 2022 price of 54 cents per square inch. I've given it the higher slot here because of the smaller price increase in this case. At number 12 from the men's collection are the Cashmere rectangle scarves. These measure 24.8 inches by 70.9 inches for a total of 1,758.32 square inches. These are now $930 versus $860, which is an 8% increase over last year. On a cost per square inch basis, this comes out to 53 cents per square inch now compared to 2022's 49 cents per square inch. Next up on the list are the silk twill 70 by 70 centimeter scarves from the women's collection. In inches, these measure 27.5 by 27.5 for a total area of 756.25 square inches. The prices on these have increased 6% from $355 to $375, which now comes out to 50 cents per square inch versus last year, which was 47 cents per square inch. Still not bad. At number 10 on the list are the cashmere rectangles from the women's side of the house. Nearly double the size of a 90 by 90 centimeter carré, these measure 36 inches by 70.8 inches for a total area of 2,548.8 square inches. These are up 4% at 1,225 versus last year's 1,175, and this comes out to 48 cents per square inch compared to last year's 46 cents. Certainly not bad if you like this format. At number 9, we have the silk twill giant triangles from the women's collection. These are technically a tie with number 10, but you'll understand why I've given it the higher position in just a moment. Like their cashmere cousins, these are 140 centimeter scarves cut on the diagonal for an area of 1,512.5 square inches. Now, the silk giant triangles are still slightly less than the cashmeres and are now priced at $720 versus $700 in 2022. This is a comparatively small increase of 3%, which amounts to 48 cents per square inch compared to last year, which was 46 cents per square inch. And again, I've given it the higher slot here because of the relatively smaller price increase compared to the last one on the list. The next three on the list are another tie for cost per square inch, and I've ranked them by the largest to the smallest percentage price increase. So at number 8 are the 140 by 140 centimeter cashmere scarves from the men's collection. These also measure 55 by 55 inches for a total area of 3,025 square inches. Interestingly, the prices on the men's versions have increased 7% from 1,150 to 1,225. They used to be a slightly better value than the women's versions, but now that the men's and the women's are priced comparably, the cost per square inch is also 40 cents versus last year's 38 cents per square inch. Next up are the 90 by 90 centimeter silk twill wash scarves from the women's side of the house. These are the ones that supposedly you can machine wash. I once asked an Hermes sales assistant about this, and he said that he hand washed his. But if you're brave enough to put it in a washer on the delicate cycle, and I know some of you have, these apparently can take it. At 36 by 36 inches, this is a total area of 1,296 square inches. These have gone up 5% from $495 to $520, making the cost per square inch also 40 cents compared to 38 cents in 2022. Next up, we have the 140 by 140 centimeter cashmere shawls from the women's collection. These measure 55 by 55 inches for a total area of 3,025 square inches. These have increased 4% from 1,175 to 1,225, and this comes out to 40 cents per square inch compared to last year's 39 cents per square inch. And again, while this is technically a tie with the last one on the list, I've ranked it higher due to its smaller increase percentage-wise. Next on the list are the classic silk twill 90 by 90 centimeter carrés. Of course, these are 36 by 36 inches for a total area of 1,296 square inches. These have increased 6%, up from $480 to $520, with the cost per square inch now coming out to 39 cents compared to 37 cents last year. Still, this is an excellent value for the money in my mind. Here we are at number 4 on my list with the silk twill rectangles from the women's collection. Like their cashmere counterparts, these measure 36 inches by 70.8 inches for a total area of 2,548.8 square inches. But the silk twilks are still at a lower price point than the cashmeres, even with recent price increases. These are now $970 versus $950, up a mere 2% from 2022, which makes for 38 cents per square inch compared to last year's 37 cents per square inch. Number 3 on the list are the 140 by 140 centimeter silk twill carrés. Like the other GMs, these measure 55 by 55 inches for a total area of 3,025 square inches. This format is also up 2%, priced now at $950 versus $930 last year. I had to double check my math on this one, but with rounding, the cost per square inch is actually unchanged from last year at 31 cents per square inch. Technically, these next two are a tie as far as cost per square inch. This format has a larger price increase compared to our number one. These are the men's 90 by 90 centimeter silk twill double-faced scarves. In inches, that's 36 by 36 times 2, since you essentially get two colorways in one scarf. This comes to a total area of 2,592 square inches. These used to be slightly less expensive in the men's collection, but with a recent price increase, they're up 3%, from $620 in 2022 to $640 as of today. Cost per square inch for this format comes out to 25 cents per square inch. Finally, number one on the list, the Hermès scarf size and format with the best value for the money. The 90 by 90 centimeter silk twill double-faced scarves from the women's collection. While technically tied with the men's version, I gave this one a slighter edge because its price only grew 2% from $630 to $640. And with the total area of 2,592 square inches, this also amounts to 25 cents per square inch. So there you have it, my 2023 edition of the best Hermès scarf sizes and formats for the money. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, tutorials, and more, so be sure to subscribe to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time!